Good afternoon, and welcome to the Inspiring Inking Facebook page and welcome to the Inspiring Inking YouTube channel. I'm Amanda Fowler. It's Tuesday the 29th of March 2022 and it's 2 o'clock in the UK. Time for Craft and Chat. If it's your first time here joining me, whether live or on the replay, just to let you know, we're going to have a little bit of chatting, probably 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer. Depends how much you chat. And then I'm going to get on with some crafting. So, how are we today? I almost always start with what the weather's doing. That is such a British thing, isn't it? We talk about the weather all the time. It's because we have so much weather. It's so, yeah, it's either unseasonably warm or it's a bit chilly or it's a bit damp or oh, it's sunshine, oh, it's warm in the sunshine. All these are random British things that we say. So if you're watching us or watching me, sorry, watching, yes, me, from anywhere else in the world other than the UK, do you talk about the weather as much as we do? I'd like to know. So let's have a look-see. Jackie is saying, hello, happy chat day. Hooray! I hope you're doing well, Jackie. Anne is saying hello to everybody. It's chilly, very chilly in Suffolk and bleak along the seafront. Good afternoon, Roz. Good afternoon, Michelle. Good afternoon, Karen. Her weather's the same as ours. Margaret is saying it's cold and cloudy in Oxford. Angela and Chris are in grey Newbury. You see? That's all the weather. Hi, Donna. She's in Oz and Scylla's here and she's saying she's frozen. Bless you. I know. And I say this all the time. I've got socks on. It's cold because I've got socks on. Ooh, quite warm in Manchester, but snow is predicted. So I have a little tale about Manchester in a minute, Jackie. That's good. Good afternoon, everybody. And she's going, brrr. So she's chilly too. So if you've switched your central heating off, I bet you're regretting it now. Because, yeah, it is. It's a bit chilly. So we've had glorious weather, haven't we, for a few days. Hello, Anita. Germany's in the house. Sue says she's got her socks on as well. You see, we're all chilly. I've got peppermint tea and it's hot. Sometimes I end up dashing around and my tea's gone cold, but I made sure I made a hot tea before I came to see you. So let me have a slurp of this. So if you've emailed me over the past few days, I've not been at home. I've been in Manchester with Kimberly and Dom and Brian, obviously. So Kim and Dom bought a house in January, and for all kinds of COVID reasons, mainly, we haven't been able to get up there until this past weekend. And it was so warm in Manchester, I had to put sun cream on. What madness is this? It was March. What am I doing? Putting sun cream on in March, but it was really hot. And we were out in the garden. So we've had a lovely weekend, very, very busy. So there's been light fittings and plumbing and a dishwasher and a washing machine going in and shed fixing and pruning and digging and, yeah, grass cutting and all sorts. Lots of yummy food. Kim is an awesome cook. Lovely Chinese takeaway. And then Sunday, Connor and Lydia came over from Sheffield. So I got to see both my babies on Mother's Day, which was a real treat. So we've had a really good weekend, but we are a little bit exhausted. So what is it about going and, traveling and stuff? But I have to say, I'm going to jinx myself now. I appreciate this. We had the best journey ever to Manchester this past weekend. So we always stop twice. We stop at Warwick, usually for food, and then we have a loo break up the M6 somewhere usually. But including our stops, we did it in less than 5 hours, which from the very south coast of the UK all the way up to Manchester, it's a long way. So we've had an amazing weekend. So tell me, what did you do at the weekend? Was it amazing weather? Need to know that. So let's have a look. Let's see what all the comments are. Scrolling. Margaret's here as well, and Maureen's here. Claire's here. Janet's here. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, Jackie. So Jackie's had is struggling with her arm. She hasn't been able to do very much crafting recently. But her GP is now arranging for her to see a specialist. So I'm really pleased. Jackie, I know it's been a long time coming, but hopefully they'll get you sorted out and get you back to crafting, because let's face it, that's what we all need to be doing, isn't it? Definitely the crafting. Okay, so I have some cards and things to show you, but I also have, I'm trying to talk to you and look down here at my iPad. That's no good. I need to look at you first and then do that. So the retiring list launched on Wednesday. Lots of my most favorite things are going. I've taken all my retired stamps off my shelf that they live on, and it's looking a bit bare. But actually, for me, that's really exciting, because that means more stamps, means new stamps. But some of my favorite ones are going. So I know that if they're my favorites, then probably some of your favorites too. So I've got a few to show you. But what I want to do is I'm going to log in to the Stampin' Up website to make sure they're still available. Because this is the issue with the retiring list. It's while stocks last, and when it's gone, it's gone. The retiring list is going to carry on until the end of April. Actually, I think it's the 1st of May. When does the new catalogue start? Yeah, new catalogue starts on the 2nd of May, so it'll be till the 1st of May. But the things in this book, and I keep saying this because I keep getting emails, the things in this book are current until the end of June. So it'll be the end of May that this goes into the retiring list. Okay, so let me explain something sneaky for you. When you get to see the new catalogue, you will be able to look and see what things don't make it in from this book into the new catalogue, which means they're the things that are going to retire from here. Does that make sense? So you can work out your purchases. So if you've got, say, 2 stamp sets in this book that you adore, and one of them makes it into the big book and one of them doesn't, then you buy the one that's not going to make it in the big book. I can't order the catalogues until the end of the week. It does take quite a lot of time for me to get the catalogues organised and write the letter that goes with them and so on. So they will go out after Easter. So usually around the 22nd, 24th, maybe something like that of April. That's when they'll come out, and they should be with you with plenty of time for the launch on the 2nd of May. Everyone who has ordered from me in the last 6 months will get a copy of the catalogue. So if you haven't ordered in a while, now's a great time to order. And yeah, so and they'll all just pop through your letterbox. Speaking of ordering, Thursday, 31st. Thursday is the last day to book your place on the craft along for April. We're going to be using the Waves of Inspiration papers and the stamps and dies and other dies and punches and things as well. So we're going to be using that. So do make sure that you get either an order in before the end of Thursday, or you go to my Bookwhen website and book your place. So let me just have a look. I've got a few more comments. Let's see. Oh, Donna said the weather in Oz over the weekend was overcast, but she spent all day Saturday cooking. What were you cooking, Donna? And Triana had a barbecue at her sister's, and they taught her mum sambuca shots. Oh. Did that end up messy, Triana? And do you put coffee beans in your sambuca and set fire to them? Because that's really how sambuca should be served. I'd like to know. I like sambuca. So Jan went visiting her youngest in Cheshire, and she had to put sun cream on as well. So yeah, so we were in the same part of the world, Jan. Jenny says she's gate crashing while she's still poorly. Of course I don't mind, Jenny. You're still poorly. I hope you get better soon. Hi, Anne. Hello, Jan. Jan's in Queensland, Australia. Jan, thanks for joining us. Hi, Laura. And good morning, Julie. Okay, so let me just go to my iPad and get the Stampin' Up website up. Da, da. So that, so it just means when I show you something, I can tell you whether or not it's still in stock, because darn it, things aren't. Okay, so if you're on my mailing list, you will have had an email with a PDF and a I can't remember, a printable PDF. So that will help you go through the catalogue, basically. Okay, so let's show you. So this stamp set here is one of the first one that's going. It's called In Bloom. It was £16. It's currently £8. That's half price. But it coordinates with the most amazing dies, and I'm just checking. It's the dies mostly that I'm going to miss, but 154 312 go. Yeah, so I don't know how well you can see them there. The Pierced Blooms dies. If you look on my website and put in the pierced bloom dies, you'll know that I use them all the time. So the dies are normally £34. They're £20 and 40p. So for £28.40, you could have both the stamps and the dies. That's very cool. Let me just show you. Actually, I can show you the dies better. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully you can see them a little bit better. It's got all the tiny little paper piercing dots, which is amazing. And also, this is how I mark up my catalogue. So can you see all the yellow? I go through and highlight it. So, sweet strawberry. Let's see if that is, yeah, okay. So, sweet strawberry, just in time for Wimbledon. Sweet, I can't say it. Sweet strawberry and the punch, which is there, you can only see the tail end of it, is is retiring and on sale. The punch is £8.50 and the stamp set is £8.50. So for £17, you can have the stamps and the punch. Serious bargain. You can't spell. Right, so I was going to show you another stamp set. That's gone. I'm not going to show you that one then, because you'll only be sad. Free answer. Yeah. So free as a bird. I've actually got in my favorites, I've got two bird stamp sets. So free as a bird, that's super cool. That's £16, normally 20. Let's see. And how many of you have started? How many of you have started your Christmas cards yet? So let me see. Snowman. Ooh. There's it's hard to no. Ooh. I wonder. Looks like the Snowman Builder Punch is available, but not the stamp set. Oh no. So I can't show you that either. That's sad. You can get a punch, but not the stamp set. This is why you need to do things quick. That's making me sad too. I want to show you that one, but that's gone. Honestly, this is just no good. No good. Aha. And I'm slightly concerned about this one as well, actually. So this is a bit of a strange one. So all squared away and the square dies, they're showing as unavailable, which is a bit weird. So they might come back into stock, but you loved those a few weeks ago when I showed you those. And then I just wanted to say that all the papers are going, every single paper. So if you've got favorites, you know, we used Bloom Where We're Planted, hand penned, expressions in ink. We've used at Craft Along almost all of the papers. So chances are you've got some favorites. And a lot of them are on sale. A lot of them are half price. So it's well worth having a look at your favorite craft along projects, see which papers they used, and get some of those whilst they're on sale. So the best advice I can give is don't wait. And get your products whilst you can. So let's have a look. Donna made raw apple cake, date and walnut loaf, jam drop biscuits, and a vegetable slice, as it was her turn for morning tea at Craft on Monday. So you provide lots of yummy treats at crafting. That's fantastic. Donna says she usually starts thinking about her Christmas cards at the end of July. Margaret cannot think about Christmas yet. Roz starts making Christmas cards in January. Okay, so Valerie is saying that she thinks some of the stamp sets that are being marked unavailable, which are retiring, are coming in this week. So my guess is if it's disappeared, if it's not showing at all, it's retired and gone. But if they know they've got stock coming in, then it'll show as unavailable. So keep an eye out over the next week or so and see. But as always, just shop as quick as you can, because then you won't miss out. So let's move all of those little post-it notes away. So I have a few cards to share with you today. So I have this card from the lovely Jan. Jan's here today. Thank you very much. And this one's coming from the lovely Karen. Karen's actually part of my team. This is a thank you card for a gift for her promoting. Within Stamping Up, we have titles, and we, depending on sales and various achievements, we go up in title. And Karen did that, so I sent her a gift, and she sent me a lovely thank you card. So thank you for that. I love that paper. It's so pretty. That was part of the daffodil celebration paper. Very cool. This one is from my mum, who actually I don't think is here today. I know she said her and Dad were off out gallivanting, having lunch with their friends at the garden centre. I think they were today. So she'll be watching on the replay. So Mum, thank you very much. So that's very cool. And then this one is my Mother's Day card from Kim. This actually is a Stamping Up kit from a little while ago, but it's got these beautiful felt flowers. And that's something for you to think about if you are a multi-passionate crafter. I love that phrase. I am a multi-passionate crafter. You guys know I'm a multi-passionate crafter, mainly paper craft, rubber stamping, card making, and crochet. But, I do all sorts of other things as well. But if you are a multi-passionate crafter and you have things like felt in your stash, you can use your dies and actually die cut shapes and add them to your cards. And it just gives a lot of beautiful texture. And I appreciate that it makes the cards thick. You have to send them large letter. So perhaps, if you're going to do that, put them on the cards of your favorite people. so you don't mind spending a large letter stamp on them. But it is great, and you know the dies will cut a variety of different mediums, so you don't only have to use them for paper. So Chris is saying she loves Mum's card, simple, elegant. Claire's just bought some felt to make a card, and Margaret says she still has that kit. Yeah, it was a really lovely kit. Okay, so today for the crafting, I went backwards and forwards about what we're going to do today. And just recently, I've done loads of 3D things, bags and boxes and things. So I thought, well, I needed to do a card. And on my desk, ready for craft along, which is tonight, is the abstract papers, abstract beauty, which are the papers that we're actually using tonight. And these are some of the bits of those papers. And they've got foiling on them. And they're in the January to June mini. Not surprisingly, this sheet is my favourite sheet. It's got gold splats and misty moonlight watercolour wash. And there's some different shades as well. Flowers. And then much more pastel shades. So when I decided what I was going to do, but these papers were out on my desk. So those are the ones I'm going to use. So we are going to be making cards today using scraps. Because I know you love making cards with scraps. Every single time I make a card using scraps, I get a huge amount of watches and likes and comments and things. So that is what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do first up is switch the camera around. I've been doing something a bit different with the lighting so far. So can you let me know, can you see me clearly enough? Is there enough light on me at the moment? I'm going to put some more light on in a second for the actual crafting. So yeah, let me know. Okay, so let's stop that camera. I'm going to put on my big light. All the light. Then we're going to go. So, can you see and hear me clearly? Oh, my camera's has fallen down. Oh. Good afternoon, Lynn. Thanks for joining us. Anne saying she does love cards with scraps. Sue's saying it's very clear. Donna's saying the lighting looks good and the sound is good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so I am using this stamp set. It's called Flowers of Friendship, just for the sentiment, actually. I don't think I'm going to use any of the rest of it. So yeah, okay. So what have I got? There's a surprise. I've got a Misty Moonlight card blank. That's polished pink. These colours are going. They are going. And then there's some of the paper. So that's going to be for one card. And then I've got a basic white thick card blank. And then I'm going to be using these much more muted shades. Yeah, okay. So there's a couple of comments that the light reflects on the case. Yeah, it always does. and I don't know if any of you lighting gurus have got an answer for that. I don't know, because if I'm kind of pointing upwards, above me is where the lights are, so they shine directly onto the case. So if I put the case down, it reflects, but if I lift it up a bit, it shouldn't. So hopefully, it's not reflecting on the actual projects themselves. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, so what else have I got? These are faceted gems, and they're clear ones and blushing bride and like a cream one. I've got Misty Moonlight. I've got to get my last few things out with Misty Moonlight. I've also got Just Jade, which again, that's a colour that's going as well. Now, it's Just Jade is the green, but when I was playing around with the colours, this soft succulent ribbon seems to go really well. So we might use a soft succulent ink. I've got some brass butterflies that have all flown away down the bottom. So I need to get those out, sort those out. They're self-adhesive, and sometimes in transit, they just move. They slip. So you can, when you get them, just kind of put them back. Invariably, they just kind of stick to one another. I think sometimes stuff slides together. So there we go. And then I'll use the rest of those. And I've got some linen thread and some silver thread because I didn't decide what I was going to do. Okay. So I think I'm going to do this one first and then we'll do that one. So what I've got are some 1/2 inch strips. Now, for those of you who work in centimetres, I would say 1 centimetre. And you just want a range of patterns and colours. And what I'm going to do is get my trimmer and do a layer to go on my card blank. Now, if you are unsure about doing card mats and layers, I've got videos for both of them. I'll put some links in the description. But I've got PDFs and videos, so you can print them out and then you always know what layer goes where. So this is going to be a bit of a voyage of discovery for me as well as for you today, because I haven't yet decided whether I'm going to use this pink layer or not. But I've cut it, so I've got it. Let me just do a layer for the inside. So my layers are always either 1/2 centimetre or 1/4 inch down from the layer before. And what we're going to do with these strips is we are going to make them all into little flags. So we have punchers that will do this, that you can just punch them. Or you can just do what I do, which is cut to the center and then cut a triangle for each one. So I'm just going to cut a few. Different colors, so that we've got a few choices. Look how pretty that is. Tiny little flowers. And this one is like splats with gold. Lots of pink there. Jan's asking about the pink colour. It's polished pink. Jan, it's one of the other. It's the other retiring colour of the in colours that's going out. Sadly. Hi, Carton Co. Germany is here as well. Pleased that you have joined us. So let's see. We'll put that one there as well, and then we'll see. We might need some multiples. Brilliant. Okay. So what we're going to do with this is we are going to play around with our strips, and we're going to put them on the side. And what you're going to do is you're going to stagger them. You're going to have some longer, some shorter, and mix and match all the patterns. Let's cut 2 or 3. So all of the others I cut individually, but here's a quick tip. You can cut 3 at once. So let's look at this. I'm going to put that one there as well. Okay. So I'm going to hold that up so you can see a little bit better. So I'm actually going to put all of mine straight. But you can get some really cool effects if you put them on a wobble, which I'll show you on the other card. And then we decide whether or not we're putting it on the pink. I'm always going to ask you, or straight on the blue. Ooh. So can you see that? Let me just hold that there. Can you see that? Blue or pink? You're going to have to let me know. Okay. Jan's admiring. No, Carton Co's admiring my nail polish. Thank you. I'll put links for this at the bottom. I broke every single nail at the weekend. It's not surprising we were doing so much gardening. So my nails are really, really short right now. But it's gel polish. And this is actually colour changing. I don't know. I wonder. Oh, yeah. There you go. I don't think my tea is hot enough. Can you see? Changes colour. It goes quite a pale blue, but you can tell how cold it is because they're really dark blue. Let's have a look. All the votes are going in. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 votes for blue and only 1 vote for pink. Oh, Sue, I'm sorry. They all voted for blue. Okay. You know, I'm not going to mind just putting it on blue. So what we're going to do is get the old Tombow glue and put some glue on and pop it down. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want it to go right to the end because you want a little bit of movement. And equally, just make sure that you are staggering these colours. And you're staggering the end bits. Ooh, let's bring that back. Ooh, let's bring that way back. Do love this with the gold splats. Ooh. Let's just have one more. There we go. Okay. So you can see you've got all the wibbly ends, and then what you're going to do is flip it over, use a pair of really good scissors and snip it off. Now, depending on how long those pieces are, you might want to use them for something else, but they will have glue on them, so just kind of be careful with them. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sentiment strip. Ooh, sorry, I've got lots of comments coming in. Let me just scroll down. The strips, Margaret, are 1/2 inch or 1 centimetre. Let me just write this down because then you'll be able to see 1/2 inch or 1 centimetre. But I've made mine so they're all exactly the same, but they don't have to be. Actually, I'm just looking at this and wondering, do I need another one up there? And the answer is yes, I think I do. Yeah, so they don't have to all be the same. Because I didn't actually have any scraps, I actually had to cut mine. So there we go. Yeah, that's better. That's a bit more even. Right. So I'm going to put another flag, but going down this time. So we're going to stamp the sentiment, which is life is better with friends like you. I'm going to go with Misty Moonlight. And let's just pop that there. My trimmer. Let's just trim that up a little bit more. And then I'm going to get some oh no, not silver. See, I should have brought the gold because I had the gold here. Let's go with linen thread then instead. I'm going to add a little bit of interest because although you've got the shapes of the ends of those flags, which will lift up, you do always on a card want a little bit of texture. It just helps lift your card. We're going to get it with the butterflies as well in a second, but this will help as well. So let's move that around a bit. As always, you can spend 3 hours fiddling with your bow and still not be happy with it. But I would always recommend you just kind of go with it. You think, yeah, got it, done. Okay, so I'm going to trim that off. There. Bring my ribbon up, or my linen thread up. That's going to pop on there. Bring it down a bit more, and then get my butterflies and some dimensionals. And again, I'm sticking this down, but not all the way down. So it will give a little bit of movement again. Need to pop that just down there like that. I am going to bend this card and just lift up these little flag ends as well. Again, it will give it a little bit more interest, and then we're going to just add some of these lovely little butterflies. I'm going to put some of the tiny ones on. Odd numbers, always the same. Whether it's flower arranging or gardening or anything, you always want odd numbers because your eye will be deceived by that. So there you go. So there is the finished card. You've got a little bit of texture, you've got some lovely butterflies, and you've used your scraps. Let's just put that piece is going to go in there. So let's just get 3 more, and we'll just decorate this. So I'm just going to decorate the inside as well. And, you know, obviously you can always stamp inside your card, but equally it's nice to decorate with some patterned paper as well. And of course, you've got some little tiny scraps. That will work really well. There we go. Okay, so there is one card. Thank you for your lovely comments. I'm going to make a second card. If I can find my strips, which are buried. Oh my goodness me. So there's a second card. And this time I've gone for the really muted colours. So it's like the bashful blue. Goodness me. How many of you remember bashful blue? That is a blast from the past. It's a really old blue colour. This is balmy blue, not bashful blue. Let me just cut another few. And I'm going to put the strips the other way. Concentrating really hard again. I'm not talking. Right. So this time, I'm going to put them this way. And they are not all going to be straight. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. They're going to be wonky, is what I'm trying to say. They are going to be wonky. I need a few more because you use more strips when you do it this way. So if you think I've really got to get rid of some of my scraps, then this is definitely the card that you need to use it on, because we're going to have the strips all over the place. Right, I want another spotty one and another blue one. Just do these last two. Right. Okay. So with this, I'm just going to pick one, stick it, pick the next one. For me, there's no point in me trying to do it in advance, because it'll kind of be how they lay. And you just kind of have to trust the process, really. Which is wonky. Wonky is good. Straight is overrated. One of Amanda's mantras. Straight is overrated. Let's use that one. And then this one. Move that right down there. Carton Co is going to give this a go this evening. Fantastic. And that is the biggest compliment you guys can pay me, is if you go off and you take some of these ideas and go and craft. Makes my soul very happy. Let's just pop that one there as well. I'm going to put one more. Put that one there. So can you see how wonky they all are? I'm just going to trim these off. And then I'm just going to grab one of the spotty ones. I'm just going to put in a little short one. Up here. There we go. Now, I would recommend that you do this on some silicone paper, on some silicone mat, because my desk is now all sticky. So before craft along tonight, this is going to need a scrub. But you're better off putting a silicone mat down. Okay, so can you see See that? Let me just fold the card, because it always looks a little bit better than when you then match it with when you fold your card, because you can actually see a little bit better. So this time I'm going to again do another. Let me just see. Right, I need to clean that stamp. Let me just ink it up. Stamp it down. So exactly the same sentiment as before. I just liked it because it's a vertical sentiment. So it just goes nicely with the way this card is running. So let's just pop that there. And we're going to make this one much smaller. With a little bit of silver thread around it this time. Carton Co says it's almost, she likes it better. Actually, that's an assumption on my part. It may not be a lady. Carton Co, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. So Carton Co is saying that if they ever write nonsense, it's because of Mr. Google. Seriously, I am in awe the fact that you are chatting to us in a language which isn't your own, because I do not have that skill. Inspiration for leftovers, absolutely. That is very important. So let's get this tied up. I'm not doing a bow this time. I'm just going to do a knot. And then what I've done is I've tied it up, and then I'm just going to flip it round, and you'll see. Then, so I've just got my little bit of twisted thread, but there's no bow or anything, but it just gives it a little bit of interest. And then we'll get the dimensionals on. Now, I was contacted by Cherry, one of my lovely North American one of my North American readers. She's not my customer because she can't be my customer because I can't sell products into North America. But she said that she is deaf and she uses the closed captions. And I have made sure on all of my videos I have closed captions. And for some reason on my lives, they weren't showing. Now they do show in Facebook, but not when you're watching the live on YouTube. So I have changed the settings. So I am hoping that if you're watching, Cherry, if you're watching, but if anyone else is watching and watching the replay, if you can let me know if the closed captions are working properly. So I am just going to pop that down there. And I was going to put some gems on it, but I don't think I am. Actually, I am going to move it up a tiny bit to there. There we go. So there is the finished card. So you can see kind of this is all wonky. And then this one is straight. Okay, I'm going to move all the rubbish. I love doing this. Because then you can't see. It looks like I've crafted in, the most tidiest space ever. And the reality is, you all know that either side of this desk looks like a bomb site. It's got stuff everywhere. So there you go. So there are the finished cards. I hope that you've enjoyed these cards today. Let me see. So Chris is saying she can see the captions on her phone from Facebook, but not on the TV from YouTube. So I think, Chris, you do have to go into settings and ask it to put the subtitles up on your telly. I don't know whether you've actually tried to do that. Thank you, Anne. She's going to be giving this a go. Brilliant. Lots of lovely cards. Great cards. Looking forward to making them. Brilliant. As I said, that is the greatest compliment, that you're going to go off and make cards like these. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be seeing some of you this evening. It is Craft and Chat. No, it's Craft Along even. Right, I don't know where my mouse has gone now. Hang on. It is Craft Along. If you want to come and hang out with us, if you go to the Inspiring Inking Crafting Corner on Facebook at 7 o'clock this evening, that is 4 hours from now. So 4 hours time. So whatever time zone you're in the world, it's 3 o'clock in the UK now. It'll be 7 o'clock. I will be live in the Inspiring Inking Crafting Corner for this month's Craft Along. And I've got some, I'm very excited about today's projects. So I hope that you will come and hang out with us. If you want to come and see what's going on, please make sure that you go and join the group before 6:30, because once I'm setting up for the Craft Along, I don't actually get any notifications, and you have to answer some questions to get into the group. So you do need to apply. So let me just check on the comments. So that is good. Okay. Brilliant. So Chris is saying she can get the subtitles when she's got it on the telly. That's brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, so we will look forward to seeing you later. Roz, I'll send you a message. That's a bit strange that you haven't had a kit. I'll send you a text. Okay. Take care, everybody. I will see you all very soon. Goodbye.